And gentlemen, my name is Rico. I'm a person in recovery. My clean date is 24th October 2023. I'd like to make a deep and personal commitment not to train encourage drag just for today. Thank you. Welcome to episode 4. I want to talk about the asylums, the halfway homes, and all the places I've been at since the time of my addiction. Yeah, or the time that my darkest times in the addiction game. You know, there was this place that I got to at some point, but I didn't. My addiction was bad. That I've lost my place and all of that. I've lost my place. I didn't have no place to stay. And thankfully enough, Canada they have this social service or how do you call these services and stuff like that. That they'll help you out, shelter and stuff. I think the name is shelter. That's what I've been looking for. So shelter and stuff like that. So there was this shelter I was at one time, right? And I would go and basically that same behavior. I don't have money and stuff like that, so I'll be walking around looking for weed and stuff like that. So I'll wake up, go look for weed, and sometimes it's hard to get. Like there are some areas when you go there, you know that you're never gonna get anything but just the cone or whatever. So I go around, get as much as I can. Some days I'm lucky, some days I'm not. There are some days too you find it looking like it's weed because it's wrapped in a rolling paper and filter and everything, but it's just tobacco. And some too are mixed with tobacco and weed. So that's one of the times when you are super lucky. You know what I'm saying? So I'll take that, put all the ones that I found all together. And I always used to carry around this little container, like weed container though. It's a display, what you call it, a cannabis container. Right? So I'll usually carry that along with me every time. So I'll keep all of them in there. So when I get back to the shelter, I put on a big broad paper thingy, and then I put everything on top and I unravel it one after the other. We pull all together. I get a big long mixture of tobacco, cigarettes, weed. I don't even know some. I don't know what that is. What I don't even know. Because it's a whole lot of things people smoke out there. And when you be careful out there, man, that's why addiction is something I wouldn't wish for my worst enemy. Be careful out there. If you are in the spot that I'm at and you are, smoking anything and everything, there's some stuff that you don't want to touch. So I'll roll and stuff like that, put all together and light it, and I'll be at ease. You know how it is because you take in and stuff. So I'll be doing that time to time, and the little money too I get, I go and look for a cigarette box or something to buy a cigarette like $10 stuff like that because I wasn't really getting money. Also, I met this guy too, a Jamaican, right, who what you would call it, help me out, give me weed and stuff like that. A couple of people when they see me struggling, they pass me a weed and stuff. Shout out to this guy though. He's a cripple. I don't know if I think he's still alive though. He's a grown guy. He's very old. He's very grown. Like he's grown. Has his beard and everything. Like a cripple. Like has a walking thing. So shout out to you, man. Giving me weed all the time. Because I think he saw me and the way I was, picking weed off the floor and stuff like that. He wasn't cool with it. And besides, at that time too, I was spiraling so much that you see me talking to myself, singing, screaming about stuff, a whole lot of stuff, talking about stuff. In the city of Brampton, though. In the city of no, not Brampton, Mississauga. The shelter was in this time talking about was in Mississauga. Yeah. Um, screaming to talk my voice and stuff like that. Screaming, talking about stuff. That makes it something. I think I remember once the man said that's why the white man carries a gun when he goes to. It's a whole bunch of stuff. The people that saw me over there, and then if you see my face today, yeah, it's still me. I have recovered. I was going through a hard time at that time. My recovery is possible. Recovery is indeed possible. Yeah. So and there's some stuff that I see that are real. So some people going through those things, I automatically attracted some people to me who cared enough. Some will give me liquor, some will give me weed to smoke to calm the pressures down. Because I was going through a lot, and people could notice that I was struggling with my demons. Seriously. So there's this guy, shout out to you, man. Every time I see me, make sure I get a long fat one, sit down with it. Say, oh, sit down, relax. We'll just have a normal conversation, vibe, smoke, vibe. And then there's this white guy. I remember all you guys, man, the Jamaicans. There's this old guy that I used to fight with when I got there. We used to beef, but we became best buddies. He told me one or two. He's always in design. I've forgotten the type of designer though. I know whether it's polo or there's this thing on there. I don't know whether it's polo or is it polo or friend or something. So I remember him. Shout out to all of you guys, man. I remember all of you. being there for me, supporting me and stuff like that. Another shelter too. So I'm gonna be saying the story as I remember it. So please forgive me if it doesn't, you know, go on accordingly and stuff like that. So I'm just talking about the spitballing as I remember it. It's another shelter too, right? That I went. That was all. That was super fun. There are some rooms you can't get into. I had some room. When I got there, that time my body was. I had this thing right about marriage and stuff. I ran insane. I kept talking about I want to get married and stuff like that. So I have ignored my body to the point where that time I used to have muscles and stuff. So I have ignored my body to the point where I didn't work out. My belly is all sticking out. And then I got pissed. I said no. This is normal. So I started doing push-ups. Even when I started doing the push-ups, the room, right? I tried to go into my room where we sleep, right? Bunk beds and all of that. Um, the room where we sleep, there's this guy on top of me, my top bunk, right? So it was like, you can't exercise in here. Go to the washroom. Go put in work over there. The washroom where all the guys come around, shit, do whatever. So I'm like, okay, I didn't say nothing. I went in there, put in work, muscled up, because I'm a professional trainer. A lot of people don't know, professional certified trainer. So, and there was no weight. So whatever I could get, I used to exercise. I built up my shape, my squats, this squats, my quads and everything. And then I took it upon myself to be cleaning the washroom and stuff because I wanted to be active because if I stay without doing anything, I'll be talking and saying a whole bunch of stuff. I'll just be talking and stuff. I don't know what that we call depression, but I'll just be talking, and stuff like that. So when I'm busy, I tend to keep quiet. So yeah, I clean the place and all of that. Oh, it was nice. I met good people. I met some people over there too. Shout out to this Jamaican I met too. Yo, I don't know, man. I love Jamaicans, man. You can't get it wrong with Jamaicans. Hmm. Their food too, man. Their food. I remember that time I used to be in high school, right? Every big time we would go and buy this. It's $5 at that time. It was $5 at that time. Rice and peas with curry chicken, or the other one I forgot. Is it stew chicken or something? I forgot now. But mostly I get a curry chicken. It was $5, and you get enough good food you eat and you enjoy. So I don't know their food, their style dumpling like this. I loved all of that. So I don't know Jamaicans. I don't know why, but there's something about it. So maybe the things that they say, we all come from Africa and all of that. That connection, they could feel it. You know, I don't know whether it's between blacks or we all, but I was more inclined to hang around Jamaicans and was comfortable around them more than more than most races, I would say. No, I'm not trying to be racist or something, but I'm just saying how it was. Forgive me if I come off as a racist person, but I'm not. As people are well aware, I have good buddies who are from India and stuff like that. I have a whole lot of people all over the world that I know that I hang out with, different cultures I've hanged out with. So yeah, but so for some reason, I don't know. I don't know whether it's their slang. I don't know whether it's their movement. I don't know whether it's the smoking back to back. I don't know. But I don't know. There's a thing about Jamaicans. So yeah. Over at the other spot, this Jamaican guy, used to smoke and stuff. Get closer to him. There's some stuff I don't want to say on here because respect, love, love between us or whatever that transpired and all of that. Whatever that happens stays there. So yeah, just that we had a wonderful time. Even though I was going through a lot, I had a wonderful time. I didn't have a place to sleep. My brethren, there was a guy who, I don't know if I don't remember his name though. If you say this, man, I remember you too, man. Look, addiction is such a cunning enemy of life that when you are in it, you kind of lose a whole lot of memories. You do stuff that you don't remember. There's some people they don't remember nothing during their addiction times or their darkest times. So I thank God for able to remember some stuff. Yeah. So this guy, I remember, used to have this thing. We struggle with liquor and stuff like that to get high because we like getting high. There's nothing to do and to move around, and so we like the weed, and then the liquor was the one moving us. So yeah, one time it was dry at the shop. I was dry, and this G got up and was like, "Yo, walk with me." It's okay. It was cold as I remember. It was cold as I was wearing some blue ski mask, blue jacket, and my blue jeans with my blue sneakers. Me. I like dripping and all of that. So we walk to this liquor store. Mind you, zero sum solution. Nigga I ain't got no money. I ain't got nothing. Zero sum solution. So we went there. Said no, we're here in the corner. Nigga went in there and did his thing and came back with with a bottle of I forgot the name, but a bottle of liquid. Yo, made our day. So that was how we were living over at that side. Yeah. You see how I talk about it, I get excited. Yes, I love it. I love it. But at the same time, um, I wouldn't want to go back there. The addiction, the using. I wouldn't want to go back there. Every day you used to live and live to use. You used to live and live to use. That's a life that you don't want to. Because I've lost prospect. I've lost all those plans that I had in my head, like thinking about family, trying to help family out, or supporting my folks, paying bills, and I forgot all of that. All I wanted to do was use. And I didn't want to take any responsibility because responsibility means bills and all of that, and I had to what you may call it. I had to use first. First things first, I have to get my weed. Yes, the weed was the most important thing to me when I was what you may call it back in addiction. The weed was the most important thing to me. Yeah. So what do you call it? That part, done that, and we all, went home, went to the shelter and stuff. I call it home because it felt like we understood each other. You don't cross this guy living in space and all of that. I got to the point I was wilding out the kick there. Yeah. So another thingy happened. I think I went back there though. For something happened, I went back there, but that will be for another time. So let me touch on some asylum things so I went to one asylum, right? As in, I was taken to. If I say I went to, that means I went on my own will. No, I was taken to this asylum by the cops. Though I said, well, I was wilding out downtown or something. Something like that. But the cops took me there. I think. Yeah. So we went there and straight they put me in this room. Right. The room it's a small room with a concrete slab and student mattress on it. Small room. So the moment you get off your bed, it's just that's the whole room. Like the moment you get off and sit on your bed, like that is it. There's no wiggle room to even do push-ups and stuff. Then the gate is like a vault. It has a little square box reinforced glass thingy that I can see through. And then there's this microphone thingy you can speak to, so the nurses and what you call it, caretakers or whoever might be able to help you or listen or whatever. You know, and it's hmm, trust me, addiction is not cool, man. There was this, they give you a gallon, I don't know, it's a paper looking like thingy. They give it to you for you to pee inside. Because the vault is never going to be open until a certain period of time. You're not coming out to even come and pee. It's a small room, you're in there, you locked in there. Like, trust me, trust me. You don't want to go there. You don't want to go there. You know, there's this bottle thingy, paper too. So imagine you pee to a point and there is no cover. So it stays there with you in the enclosed area. You're smelling your own piss, mind you. I don't know whether like trust me, it's just wow, wow. The places addiction took me to, man. Say no to drugs. Don't take it lightly. This is serious. This is serious issues. This is some serious issue. Like so, it wasn't just me. It wasn't just me on that block and stuff like that. There were women too. I saw women too. I think I was the only guy, or yeah, I think I was the only guy in room, that room thing. And I think that room is for the toughest of the toughest. I think because there were the other wings, the guys and then the ladies where they are free to move around and stuff. And then there is our side where the door the door is reinforced like it's a vault type thing. I remember there was a reason I didn't think they wanted to inject that time, so I had a belief about injection and stuff like that. A weird thing. I don't know why I was reacting that way, but thank God I'm over it. So they wanted to inject me or something, and then I said, "Nah, I will not agree." So they brought security. I think they brought one. Then I took out. I think I had a did I have a weapon at that time? But that one was a different. I think I'm mixing memories, you know. But I remember pulling out a weapon. I remember taking out what you call it, that bread knife, the plastic one, you know. And I was holding at the tip like this, like, yeah, man, you want to do what you want to do, like, I was wilding out, like the security guy was just looking at me and he was just smiling, you know. At the end of the day, We did not get into it. Yeah, I thank God we did not get into it, But whatever the reason may be, I kind of calmed down, they let it go, they didn't do anything, and they left me. And then, yeah, my rights were controlled. The time to come, even when I wanted to use the loo, they'll tell you the time is not up for you to go use the loo. The timing, like it has to be a specific time where you have your window to even come out to go use the loo. That's how strict, or how should I put it, that place was. That was how bad addiction took me. Whatever I did that put me in that position, you know. Then shout out to this Asian too. This Asian dude, bald head. I don't know if you remember me. Who say I've changed, as I always say, who say my face has changed. I don't know if you remember me, but when I first landed in that asylum, right? Um, what you may call it? I don't know what happened, but it's like the first vault, right? The first vault door. They kind of slip something to hold the door. So nighttime, I think I came in nighttime. So that nighttime, the Asian guy sneaked in there and gave me a snack, like, I think he passed it through. There's a small box area or something where you can slide things through. So he slid it through into my room. He's like, yo, take that thing. That love was everything to me. Shout out to you, man. Yo, little kindness goes a long way. Trust me. Little kindness goes a long way. That thing was everything to me, man. Shout out to you. Yeah. So after that one, what you call it? I was open to come and hang with the general population. Get me? To come and hang with the general population. This sounds like a prison, huh? I feel like it was jail time. Like it felt like jail, man. Like I would like it felt like jail. But at that time, so I didn't even understand myself, understand I was going through. I didn't even understand the world around me at that time because my mind was also not stable. I was not stable, so yeah, my perspective on that issue might be biased. So now that they allow me to join general population, I don't know. Shout out to Lilo Ferry, Madison Berg. Is it Madison Berg? Yeah, Madison Berg, Lil Ferry. Shout out to you, man. Yeah, we really turned up the place. We were always getting in trouble, she and I. We were always getting in trouble. We always give the people hell. She's one cool person. Shout out to you if you see this. I miss you though. You should hit me up, or you should look for me or something. You should text me or something. Let's catch up, man. It's been a long while. Yeah, and then there was this chick, this slim sexy chick. I don't want to mention her name. I feel like, there's some people I can risk mentioning their name, but some people I don't want to. But if you see this, shout out to you. I just want to give everybody their hats off, or however you call it. I want to give everybody their respect and what you call it, appreciate them and all of that. Hey, my virgin. Sorry, I was about to say the N word. There's this guy I met on the other asylum. We became cool, became closest buddies. Um, what's his name again? Man, what the fuck? I forgot his name. Yo, I used to come around him to come and smoke. That time I moved to Brampton. This guy is so lit. Yo, I forgot his name. He used to wear a beret though. He used to wear a red beret. Yeah, man, it was kind of fun over at that side. I met a whole lot of people. Shout out to you. If you remember me, shout out to you, shout out to you. Yeah, I don't want to get into all that, all the stories and stuff like that. So I keep being vague when it comes to that side. Yeah. So the major thing I'm trying to the message I'm trying to spread across is, trust me, don't get in that position where your life is being controlled for like 3, 4 months. I've not seen outside. If I want to see how outside look like, it's through a glass window, and then that time that's only during the daytimes where we are allowed to come to the common room to watch TV and listen to music and stuff like that. That's where you get to see outside. I didn't even know where I was at that time. I think the nurses and stuff, they usually tell you, but I don't remember. It's been a while. It's been a while. So yeah, um, addiction is something I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. You know, I wouldn't wish it. Trust me, I keep on saying this. Keep on saying this. Yeah, and what you may call it? Shout out to each and every one of you that helped me during my down times, my bad times. Especially there's this security guy that I met at that time. You know, That time, around that time too, this thing was going on. The drill music, the pop smokes and all those, the drill and all of that. So the dance, the woo dance and all of that. Yeah, that dance and so at that time too, I had learned it fresh. A lot of people didn't really get into it, but I know people were trying. So that trend was a trend that was really a trend. So I knew how to do that dance and stuff like that. So when I had my phone and stuff, so I've been listening to music and then dance will just come in and I'll be vibing. You know me as a dancer, I'm always dancing, listening to music, singing, and all of that. I'm the happy soul over there. If they really, I don't know, my face, people keep saying, that's why I keep saying my face, my face. People keep saying I've changed. But that's recovery for you, man. We do recover. So today, if you see somebody, going through it, please just seek help. Like, get him some help. Trust me, to go a long way. I am a living testimony. Recovery works. Recovery is possible. Trust me, recovery is possible. It works if you work it. The recovery game works. 2 years clean, man. I don't even want to think about using drug. 2 years clean. It works if you do, if only you work it. If only you work it. So yeah, I'll end this episode here and then I'll see you on the next one. Thank you once again for watching. My name is Rico, and then it's been amazing. It's been amazing. Stay safe. Don't do drugs.